Welcome back. I'm Emily at Emily's podcast, Tribute to All Little Angels. Episode 4 of Descriptions of the Pictures. September 3rd, 2022. I visit the cemetery to re-look or look again at the plot marker indentations in the ground that my niece Shelby had found. I wasn't sure what I was looking at or for, but I took 2 pictures. September 6, 2022, I arrive at the cemetery at 1:27 p.m. I took a picture of a plot marker in the ground, but in a different location of the cemetery. I then went to visit Megan in Babyland 6th West. I took 10 pictures of where the plot marker indentation in the ground was. On September 8, 2022, at 10:35 a.m., I visit the cemetery because, like I said, on September 3rd and September 6th, when I visit, I wasn't sure what I was looking for, but as I looked back at my niece Shelby's pictures, I figured out where I should be looking. I did find the hole in the ground, south of where we laid Megan to rest in 1999. I went to another area in the cemetery to take a picture of where a plot marker is in the ground. The round circle, the dark circle in the middle, all matches up to the plot marker indents in the ground in Babyland 6 West. I have 2 pictures to prove that statement. September 10th, 2022. I went to the cemetery. I took some pictures. 2 out of the 7 pictures I took had green orbs in them. September 14th, 2022. I am taking pictures of how the headstones throughout Babyland 6 West are scattered and not lined up in a row as in other areas of the cemetery. My niece Shelby had also pointed that out to us. I took 11 pictures of different locations in the cemetery, and the headstones are neatly lined in a row. But the 12th and 13th picture, Babyland 6 West, the headstones are scattered. I took a few more pictures and I left the cemetery. September 20th, 2022. I visit the cemetery, and yes, you know, I took pictures, 6 of them. September 23rd, 2022. Today, when I visit the cemetery, I took 7 pictures as I look around and I observed. September 25th, 2022. I visit the cemetery today. I took pictures, as always, and I took some pictures of the full view. Then I do close-ups too. I took 10 pictures today. October 2nd, 2022. When we are at the cemetery, I took 5 pictures. And even to this day, I took a picture of the corner of the headstone where the plot marker indentations were in the ground and the grass. October 5th, 2022. When we went to the cemetery this evening, Megan's 3 sisters were with me. We had been looking for the lady that called me that evening, and we talked for hours, the one that said she would help, and then kind of did by suggesting the overlay picture to be done. Her grandfather, her mother's headstones. And by the photo of the headstone in the story News 9 did at one time, we found the headstone. And to this day, when I visit, I look over at her family's headstone and I pray. The woman told me that her mother would be so proud to know someone is still working on this, because her mother had fought with the city over the cemetery flooding for years. I took 3 pictures. My granddaughter Zoe found the headstone. October 9th, 2022. My granddaughter and I went to the cemetery this afternoon. We put flowers in the ground west of the south tree where we laid Megan to rest, and the flowers she did have, well, I should say the girls, Megan's sisters, put the old flowers in the ground or vases of the others in the area. Babyland 6 West. I took 16 pictures. October 12th, 2022. At Megan's area in the cemetery today, I took 8 pictures. October 17th, 2022. I took 7 pictures. Megan's fall and Halloween flowers are still in the ground, and I so greatly appreciate that. October 23rd, 2022. It's actually a beautiful picture at the cemetery this evening. The sun is setting, the ray of light's glowing down, and a green orb is on the south tree. The 3 pictures that there is a green orb in them, the green orb has moved in location. I also took 3 more pictures of the headstones that should be lined up in a row, but isn't. The 7th picture is of the headstone where the plot marker indents were found. I took 4 more pictures and left the cemetery. October 28, 2022. Today when I visit the cemetery, I took 5 pictures. October 31st, 2022. I took 3 pictures of other areas in the cemetery of the headstones lined up in a row. I also dropped a little candy on the headstones. November 5th, 2022. I took 5 pictures this afternoon in Babyland 6 West. November 7th, 2022. This afternoon I took 10 pictures of Megan's area in the cemetery, Babyland 6 West. November 10th, 2022. This afternoon at 2:53 p.m. I visit the cemetery. I took 2 pictures of the full view area at Babyland 6 West. November 13th, 2022. I took 7 pictures of Megan's area and also the area of where the north tree sat at one time. November 18th, 2022. When I visit the cemetery this evening, I started taking pictures as I'm pulling up to the area in Babyland 6 West. I took 8 pictures. November 20th, 2022. This afternoon at 5:02 p.m., I visit the cemetery and took 5 pictures. The pictures are of Babyland 6 West area. November 24th, 2022. When we visit the cemetery today, Megan's mom and sister came to visit also. I took 12 pictures. 8 pictures of the area in Babyland 6 West. This is the day I have spoke of, that I know Megan's guidance has been with us throughout this story. Today I went to pick up my daughter Nicole, Megan's mom, and 2 sisters, Megan's sisters. They are coming over for Thanksgiving dinner. As we are driving down the highway, in my mind I'm thinking, we can go to the cemetery now before we get home and it gets dark. Today, before everyone leaves after dinner. We wouldn't be able to go if it got dark. So as I'm driving, I got an odd feeling in the pit of my stomach, and I heard Megan's voice say, "Go home, Nana. You can visit us tomorrow." I mentioned to my daughter, Nicole, what I was feeling and what I heard Megan say. As I'm driving, I asked Nicole to look at the camera on and in the house to see if she could see anything odd that was going on. I felt too we could hurry to go to the cemetery and visit and then go home. Nicole looked at the camera and saw nothing. We did go ahead and go to the cemetery. Then I kind of hurried home. When we arrived at the house, everything looked intact from the outside. I didn't understand why I was feeling the odd feeling in the stomach, or why Megan said to visit the cemetery tomorrow. But as I pull up and open the garage door, I pull my car into the garage, we get out, and I open up the door between the garage and the house is full of smoke. Nothing was on fire, but the juices from the turkey had ran over to the bottom of the oven and smoked up the house. The girls ran around opening the windows and the door to let the house air out, and by the time everyone else arrived, no one was none the wiser. I know now, as I have known, I know Megan is my guardian angel. November 27th, 2022. This evening at the cemetery, Nicole and Lily, Megan's younger sister, is at the cemetery too. I took pictures, 9 pictures. The 7th picture has a goldish orb in it in color. December 4th, 2022. As I'm pulling up to Babyland 6 West today, I'm shooting the pictures again as I pull up. I took 12 pictures. December 8, 2022. I took 6 pictures today. The first 4 are full view of Babyland 6 West. The 5th picture is taken from the east-west street, slightly to the north. It shows the small drain east of the south tree. The 6th picture shows the south tree, the electrical pole, and the view of where the north tree was, with the big drain to the north of the south tree, east of where the north tree sat. As I sit and look at the 6th picture on this day, the south tree, I can't help but vision the first couple pictures taken in 1999 and the length of the tree and the electrical pole looks to be pretty darn close. And I know the tree hasn't moved, but the electrical pole is a new pole installed. December 11th, 2022. 4 pictures were taken today. The first picture is of Megan's Christmas bouquet of flowers stuck in the ground where she is laid to rest. The second picture shows me standing in the west of the tree. There is Megan's bouquet, the tree, and the south corner of the east-west street, and the double headstones that sat between the north and the south tree is now east in front of the tree, the south tree. The third picture is an up-close picture of Megan's flowers. The 4th picture is of the straightforward view of the Babyland 6 West sign, east of the tree, that has always stood there. West of the tree is Megan's flowers, and west of her resting spot is the new headstone that was laid in November 2019. I also took 10 more pictures of the full view as I'm driving by. Babyland 6 West from different angles. December 21st, 2022, I took 11 pictures this afternoon. They also were taken as I drove by in full view. December 25th, 2022, of course, I went to the cemetery today. It was one of the first things on my list to do. The pictures in Babyland looks peaceful, although it's far from that. I took 6 pictures this morning. December 29th, 2022. After getting back from a short couple days of visiting out of state, today I visit the cemetery. I took 8 pictures. January 4th, 2023. I recorded the events, times, and dates of my timeline story in hopes to get the information out there to the public. Take a listen. Take into consideration the story and wonder, what if this was your loved one? I do appreciate the ones who have reached out to me in concern. Someone reach out to help this get resolved. Let's get this fixed for all involved that doesn't have a voice. Let me remind you all, I am their voice. You are their voice. January 8th, 2023. I visit the cemetery today. It would have been my husband's in-life's birthday. May he rest in peace. Not buried here, but I visit with my angels here on days of my mother's birthday, my father's, my pop's, and like I said, my husband and any other loved one on their birthday or holidays. And even though we were divorced 5 years before he passed, we were friends. Got on my nerves at times, but no reason to hate anyone. January 22nd, 2023. This afternoon I took 9 pictures, random pictures of the view of Babyland 6 West. February 5th, 2023. Wow, the sky is blue in these pictures. The tree is bare of leaves. There are no flowers in view in this area. February 9th, 2023. I am still investigating anything and everything to get these angels' voice heard. I'm thinking of the 2 pictures of the caskets. The one we buried Megan in 1999 and the one they pulled out of the ground in 2019. So I had an idea to look up what baby caskets looked like back in 1999. The casket vault combo. I screenshotted the picture of the casket from the web at 11:10 p.m. on February 9th, 2023. And I do have to say, I am not mistaken of what the caskets look like compared to the one we buried Megan in or the one they pulled out of the ground. After I thought about it, I did look up the casket vault combo when this started to compare it to the picture of the casket we buried Megan in. I knew then what her picture of her casket was showing me. February 12th, 2023. I took a full view picture of Babyland 6 West. At 2:12 p.m., I took 3 more pictures as I drove by Babyland 6 West. Like I say, you never know what a picture will tell you. February 20th, 2023. I took 7 pictures. Megan's flowers are still stuck in the ground west of the tree. February 26, 2023. 7 pictures were taken this afternoon. They were pictures as I drove by. I left the cemetery. Thank you for listening. I really do appreciate all of you. I'm still reaching out for the help. I need a law passed. I need to get this heard, and I need to get it fixed. I can't give up until it is fixed. Stay kind with your words.